Well, the controversy continues for Frank Coleman tonight over his attendance at anti-abortion rallies in Corner Brook. Pt2 has been looking at what this means for the Premier to be. He's live tonight from Confederation Building. Peter, what's the latest?
Well, this really isn't the issue that either Coleman or the party wanted front and center as Coleman gets ready to take over here at Confederation Building in the top job. The issue is the fact that he's attended anti-abortion rallies in Corner Brook over previous years, and this year his wife and family were there as well. In a statement, Coleman says that while he has these views, he wouldn't impose them as Premier on people. And the issue, we've been trying to get a hold of Coleman. So far, though, he hasn't been doing interviews on this. He did have a rather unlikely supporter. Lorraine Michael, leader of the NDP, put out a statement this afternoon. She says that it sets a dangerous precedent to attack someone based on their religious beliefs, and she'll be keeping a close eye, though, to make sure that he doesn't roll back what she says are advancements that women have received over the past 30 years. The problem, political scientists say, is that Coleman really isn't very well known yet, so there isn't a lot of other information for people to go on. One person who hasn't been so complimentary is Bill Barry, who just recently dropped out of the race against Coleman. I'll tell you what he had to say coming up in about half an hour. Reporting live at Confederation Building, I'm Peter Cowan for Here and Now.
And we'll continue to follow this story tonight. Peter is back with us in 30 minutes. Mark Quinn takes to the streets to see what people think, and Debbie speaks to political scientist Steve Tomlin. Well, back to the controversy surrounding Frank Coleman, the man set to become Premier. It's over his regular attendance at anti-abortion rallies in Corner Brook. We've been trying to interview Coleman, but we're told he's in Toronto and unavailable tonight. Here Now's Peter Cowan is following this story and joins us live.
Well, so far all we have is a statement from the man who will become Premier and take up residence here at Confederation Building. He says he'll respect the rule of law, that his views are personal, and he doesn't plan to impose them on others, but that hasn't stopped the controversy.
Frank Coleman is the last man standing in the race to become Premier. He's new to politics and new to the public, and his first big controversy is over his views on abortion. His wife and family were part of this year's anti-abortion march in Corner Brook on Friday. Coleman told a reporter he would have been there if he hadn't been traveling. Coleman was there last year, where some protesters were calling on the province to cut funding for abortions. The province can't stop abortions, but it does control the funding. For example, this Morgentaler clinic in Fredericton is shutting down. It blames strict rules in New Brunswick that require 2 doctors to sign off before the province will pay. Today, the health minister says Coleman's statement that he won't impose his views are good enough for her.
He has also said that his personal views will have nothing to do with how he governs, makes regulations, and so on. And I think that's a fair balance.
Bill Barry backed out of the race last week, but still takes a shot at Coleman, saying if you support equality for women, you need to be pro-choice. At the end of the day, a female or male's rights are primarily in nature and equal in all respects. If one accepts this proposition, as I certainly do, then one has no conclusion to be reached other than to support a female's right to choose. The problem, says one political scientist, is that Coleman is still new to politics. He's never had the vetting process that comes with running in an election, and with a low-profile race so far, there isn't much else for the public to judge him on.
This is somebody who's going to be our Premier, and we have not seen him have a debate. I'd say, at best, we've kind of gotten a brief introduction to him, and he's going to take over, the top job.
As to when exactly Coleman will take over the top job, the PC party is still trying to figure that out. There is still a convention set for July, but they're expecting in the next couple of days to explain what form that will take and whether or not Coleman will take over from Premier Tom Marshall before then. Reporting live at Confederation Building, I'm Peter Cowan for Here and Now.
Frank Coleman's anti-abortion view has reinvigorated a debate that smoldered for decades. Here Now's Mark Quinn is live tonight with that story. Mark?
Our federal justice system cleared the way for access to abortion decades ago, but the debate never really ended. And now Frank Coleman has stirred it up again. Some people believe every woman should be able to choose to end a pregnancy. And for this man, a politician's personal beliefs about abortion do matter.
I would not vote for someone who is pro-life.
Clearly not everyone agrees with him. These people gathered at the Health Sciences Centre in St. John's on Friday for the annual Witness for Life walk.
Because the most basic of human rights is the right to life, and that's being denied to over 1,000 babies every year in this province.
Coleman's pro-life statement was released after that walk. Today, pro-life supporters say they hope a public discussion means more awareness of the damage abortion causes.
Well, the impact of abortion on many women and men is not really readily known in our society today.
Back on Water Street, some people hope Coleman's views will cost him votes, but they also believe many people here in Newfoundland and Labrador share his views.
A lot of pro-choicers would be upset with him, but I also do feel that there's a lot of people that would support him in that, which is unfortunate.
It's a profoundly emotional debate, and any opinion on abortion is sure to offend someone. Perhaps that's why so many people here on Water Street and politicians in the House of Assembly steered clear of commenting today. Live in St. John's, I'm Mark Quinn for Here and Now.
Well, another pro-life group has also spoken out today, Pro-Life NL. Its spokesperson Patrick Hanlon says it's disappointed that Coleman would attend anti-abortion rallies but not fight for the cause once he becomes premier. With abortion back in the spotlight, we have some facts for you. According to government statistics, in 2012, there were 995 abortions performed here. And those are performed at the Health Sciences Centre and the Athena Health Centre, formerly the Morgenthaler Clinic. And it costs about $118,000 for the fee for service for abortions in 2011 and 2012.